Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2020 School of Healthcare Sciences Declaration Ceremony. Today is a special day for many of you as you will be taking your respective declarations. This is a special milestone for the school as the School of Healthcare Sciences is hosting its first ever joint virtual declaration ceremony. Today, graduates from the Departments of Human Nutrition, Nursing, Occupational Therapy, Physiotherapy, Radiography will be acknowledged for their hard work and they will be taking their respective declarations.
Welcome to the School of Healthcare Sciences virtual declaration ceremony at the University of Pretoria. I am Jager, Dean of the Faculty of Health Sciences. A special welcome to the Vice-Chancellor and Principal of the University of Pretoria, Professor Jana the University of Pretoria Senior Executive Members, the Faculty of Health Sciences EXCO, family and friends of our graduates, the faculty and all students who will be taking their respective declarations today. The Faculty of Health Sciences at the University of Pretoria is honoured and proud to bear witness to this special occasion. Today, as you make your declaration, you begin a new chapter in your life. This commitment assumes the responsibilities and obligations as a healthcare professional. Soon you will receive your degrees and you will join over 300,000 graduates as part of the UP alumni community. The COVID-19 pandemic has brought forth many challenges, but the Faculty of Health Sciences quickly adjusted to the new normal using technology and innovative methods to ensure successful teaching and learning. The average module pass rate in the faculty increased from approximately 94 to 97%. It is a clear indication that the future of healthcare in South Africa is in good hands and that our students are more than capable of delivering exceptional academic performance, even during unforeseen circumstances. At this stage in your career, it is important to embrace the South African philosophy of Ubuntu. I am because you are. When you choose to embody the spirit of Ubuntu, you take on qualities that include empathy, compassion, kindness, and generosity. As life changes, I have no doubt that you will make a positive impact in society by striving to improve the lives of those around you. By taking this declaration, you take an oath to have the utmost respect for human life. Congratulations.
Good day. I would like to thank the School of Health Sciences for the invitation on such a special day. On this day, we congratulate you for completing your studies and formally welcome you to the world of health scientists. When we started 2020, we all had expectations and dreams, both personal and academic. 2020 has been a roller coaster year for the whole world, and it is amazing that we are still alive, healthy, and more importantly, sane. We have been in a space where threat, isolation, and fear become a norm. You completed your studies in a year that has wreaked havoc in many ways, in your studies, in your relationships, your mental health, and general health. And I wonder how it has been dating in 2020 with social distancing. I wish to give you my admiration on how well you have all adjusted to the international shutdown and completed your studies. Many of you may feel robbed of the clinical experience that you would have gained if all was well. Don't feel you did not achieve your final year experiential learning goals. You did. You have learned that healthcare services respond to the needs of 2020 in 2020. You go out knowing that we study the needs and prioritize our services in the time that we are serving. Our success is measured on two things: how well we respond to the needs of the community and how well our clients experience the service. Go out confident that you have been part of history. As you enter your community service colleagues, this is real life. All professionals you will meet in the workplace can explain their own experiences about their first year of work. The current generation of health workers cemented our commitment to the oath of service we took at our graduation. Our commitment to the oath was tested in 2020. We were worried about ourselves, our families, our ability to survive this pandemic and still serve. We served and we put our clients first. If we were not there to counsel, to reassure, to serve, more people would have died. Some took courage because we were courageous. Realize that the oath you take today will be tested by your personal views, new outbreaks, pandemics, and life itself. As you enter the work environment, you will experience a few things that may impact your ability to adapt to this new environment. Let's start with attitude. I would like to share my own experience. When I first arrived in the first workplace, I was expected to be the head of section. I was not prepared for that since I assumed there would be a supervisor or a mentor. I quickly realized I was in the deep end and I had to swim. Guess what? My head is still above water today. The attitude I took was that I had technical information and the team had experience. In our third meeting, having realized they won't bite, I negotiated my position. I will bring to the team new innovation in occupational therapy. And I need to be taught how things work in the real world. Suddenly, those I led had more power and I felt relieved. I remained with the authority of the head of section, and the power and work was shared amongst the team. The lessons that I learned then, which I will share with you, is to know what you bring to the team and learn the team's strengths. At the point where you balance the two, you will be able to negotiate what you can offer and serve the team. In that way, you will navigate your place in the team without threatening anyone. As a new person, you will observe a lot of things that are not going well. Don't be too eager to do or too quick to criticize everything. The second aspect is your confidence. Regulate your confidence at all times. A lot of people will tell you you need to be confident. However, as a professional, you need to realize and be aware at all times how your confidence comes across to those you serve and work with. Life will humble you and knock your self-worth as a professional. Errors will happen in the workplace. Patient safety can be compromised by many various factors. When this happens, you need to have room to receive feedback and learn. If you're too bold, you may miss what seems obvious to the naked eye. Humility goes a long way in balancing your confidence and competence. You will be accessible to your peers, clients, and caregivers. Your reputation is what you carry. The value that you put on your profession and how well you commit to the oath that you take today becomes your professional brand. Like any other brand, your service users will expect very basic things. They expect you to know your trade. They expect you to be current and be reliable and be dependable. Everything else that you need to learn will be added on these basic facts. We welcome you into a space of excellence. Your colleagues know a lot. Ask a lot of questions, participate, be available. You are a professional in training. And I am still 20 years into service, still learning a lot. Each day, make a difference to clients. Live, learn, work. Whatever you have as a profession is your reputation. Your qualifications can be nullified. Your hopes and dreams can be shattered by life. Your dignity and reputations which you walk out with today remain your companion for life. As a professional, you need to put respect as a priority. Put value on your client's time and trust. By the time they seek help, they have tried many different things, and your client's experience of service will determine how successful you become as a professional. Respect your profession. Each client and each colleague from whichever profession you will interact with form an opinion about your profession based on their interaction with you. So you become the global opinion poll for your profession. In a team of health professionals, represent your team and represent your profession through service excellence. My commitment has always been to be the best occupational therapist. For those who belong to different faiths, realize that you as a professional become the answer to the prayers that they say to their God. He works through you, and don't break their spirit by being incompetent. Lastly, have a vision as a professional. I would like to share my personal vision, which I had for my career, and that happened when I was in my final year. Probably you have a dream that you think is unattainable. During my final year examinations, I asked the head of department, Professor Estelle Shipham, if she knew what the role of an occupational therapist in the World Health Organization is. And she responded with a sigh and confessed she had never thought about it. It was my dream. The prof didn't know about it. I knew then, as I know now, that I would like to work for the WHO. Secondly, I wanted to serve in rural communities and prove that it is possible to have an efficient health service in rural South Africa. My vision is as clear today as it was in 1997 when I qualified. I promised myself then that I will put in place certain milestones to achieve this dream. The first one was that I found work in rural South Africa, and for the past 20 years, I committed myself to saving rural communities. Our department has been identified as a benchmark for SADC countries by COSASA, which is a quality assurance company for hospitals. We received accolades, including the Premier's Award. And due to limited opportunities in policy-making positions, I offered my service at provincial and national occupational therapy forums and in the association executive committee. I have taken calculated risk and opened ways to access opportunities that are available for everyone that only the daring can achieve. Because my tomorrow is clear, very little can deter me. I share this with you so that you realize that you need to pave your own way. Find a thick bush in your profession, which is your niche, and create a footpath that many will follow. As big as your vision sounds, and as unattainable as it seems, trust your vision. Realize that you need to have a strong foundation in each step of your career. Don't go too high too fast. You need to have professional growth. Find mentors who can assist you to navigate your career and actualize your vision. Know yourself, love yourself, develop yourself, and find a balance between your family, career, and self. I will tell you this today before you enter your work environment. It is okay not to achieve all your goals. Don't over-criticize yourself. You will make mistakes. Forgive yourself. Let it go. Move on. Find a new goal. Your primary responsibility as a professional is to know what your professional council and association expect of you. Read the rules and regulations. Your employer also has expectations of you to read the policies, the guidelines, and the standard operating protocols. Between today and when you get to work, you need to at least know what your professional council expects of you. It is an honor to welcome you to the health fraternity in South Africa. I wish you well as you start your new journey. Be the change that you want to see. Serve those you lead, and they will make you their leader. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Allow me to call Dr. Adelie Herman, Head of Department of Dietetics and Human Nutrition, to lead our graduates in their joint oath.
We are proud to have flown on this flight with you amidst unexpected turbulences and great uncertainties as we land at your oath-taking destination. As a graduate of the University of Pretoria, I solemnly pledge to fulfill to the best of my ability and knowledge this covenant. I shall serve humanity by promoting and maintaining nutritional well-being. I shall apply dietetic measures for the health and well-being of all those entrusted to my care. I shall refrain from harmful and prejudiced practice. I shall not permit considerations of age, disease or disability, creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality, political affiliation, race, sexual orientation, social standing, or any other factor to interfere with my duty to my patient. I shall respect the autonomy of my patients by gaining their informed consent for applying appropriate nutrition care. I shall not divulge confidential information obtained in my professional capacity. I shall respect the scientific gains of those dietitians in whose steps I walk, and adhere to sound practice in evidence-based nutrition and dietetics. I shall uphold the Health Professionals Council of South Africa's Code of Conduct and the Code of Ethics for the profession of dietetics in South Africa. I pledge to fulfill this covenant solemnly, freely and upon my honor.
I would like to call Prof. Kitty Ace, Head of Department of Occupational Therapy, to lead our graduates in their joint oath and to award the prizes within the department.
The Department of Occupational Therapy has implemented the online teaching successfully in the past year, as the event of today will confirm. This is the home of the internationally acclaimed Wona de Twee model of creative ability, in which students are so well trained that they are practice ready, irrespective of the context that they will face in future. As part of alternative clinical experience this year, telehealth was introduced across the year groups, and this is a skill that students will be able to apply, especially in rural areas where access of healthcare is limited. The students can confirm that the department has exceptionally compassionate staff members who put the well-being of our students first. This occurs with our undergrad students as well as postgrad students, and therefore we see an increase in the number of our postgrad students. Our person-driven research approach attracted postgrad students from across the country as well as international borders, and we even secured funds to do research on the impact of COVID-19 on the mental health of occupational therapists. May all the final year students take the knowledge and skills gained over the past 4 years and fly the OT at UP flag high. I hereby declare that I will be loyal to my profession and endeavour to promote the welfare thereof. I will not keep any treatment secret which I believe could benefit my client. I will not divulge any confidential information relating to my client. I will strive to achieve and continually maintain high standards of competence in my profession. The human dignity of my clients and colleagues will determine my professional behavior. The welfare of my client will be my most important concern. This I solemnly pledge. The award for the best student in all respects throughout the course, sponsored by the Northern Gauteng branch of Occupational Therapy, voted by the class and the staff. This award goes to Jessica Joubert. The Wona de Twee trophy for the highest marks in the final year, sponsored by Suzanne and Annette de Twee, and the sculptor is Suzanne de Twee. The statue represents growth and expansion in life, moving from single, inward and static to simple, outward and in motion, then expands to one's energy to include another, and finally relating and growing in the community. The work also relates to Wona de Twee's theory of growing motivation as one's physical growth emerges through life. Being in becoming, a concept which Wona de Twee used regularly in her writings. The prize goes to Marike Grabe. The trophy for the highest marks in the physical field, the wooden bird, sponsored by CE Mobility, and the sculptor is Willie Vermeulen. This is made from wood picked up in the veld. The trophy represents a bird with a broken wing, which is representative of clients with physical impairments that continue to have hope that they will fly again. The award goes to Marike Grabe. The award for the highest marks obtained in interpersonal communication in the 3rd and 4th year of occupational therapy is the Clown Down, sponsored by Friends of Weskoppies and the sculptor Danel Bodenstein. This trophy represents the fact that people often do not have the ability to externalize their feelings and leave others to believe that they are coping. A competent occupational therapist has the ability to see behind these masks and fronts and creates a safe haven for these vulnerable people when they are at their lowest. The award goes to Marike Grabe. The trophy for the best achievement in the psychiatric field of occupational therapy, called the Silent Cry, sponsored by Professor Wilhelm Bodemer, the sculptor Danel Bodenstein. The trophy is representative of the hurt and loneliness often felt by mental health care users. The feeling that the world have no interest or understanding of their circumstances. This award goes to Jessica Joubert. The award for the highest marks with distinction in the examination in the psychiatric field of occupational therapy, sponsored by the Psychiatric Occupational Therapy Interest Groups. This goes to Jessica Joubert. The award for the best overall performance during the community fieldwork, sponsored by Doctors Anton and Michelle Janse van Rensburg, goes to Tara Oldfield. The award for the best research project in the final year, sponsored by Occupational Therapy Association of South Africa, as well as the Occupational Therapy Department of the University of Pretoria, goes to Tapelo Glamini, Nande Jokasi, Nomtandazu Kumalu, Gabrielle Dekula, and Nadine Smith. The award for the best student in practice management, sponsored by the Institute for Occupational Therapists in Private Practice, goes to Leoni Cortizo. The award for the best student project in the community block, sponsored by Mr. Success Mohagi, goes to Jana Basson, Marike de Jager, Chante Fortune, Tara Oldfield. Congratulations to all the prize winners of this event this year.
Radiography is an imaging profession that uses different technological equipment to visualize internal structures. This assists us in determining the condition of the patient so that appropriate management procedures can be performed. As you take your oath today, we trust that you will do what you have learned to the best of your ability. Please stand with me as we take the oath. As a graduate of the University of Pretoria, I, Mabel Kekana, solemnly pledge to fulfill to the best of my ability and knowledge this covenant. I shall practice the profession of radiography in the service of humanity. I shall cooperate with other disciplines to promote and maintain the well-being of all persons entrusted to my care. I shall refrain from doing or administering anything to them to their hurt or prejudice. I shall not permit consideration of age, disease, disability, creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality, political affiliation, race, sexual orientation, social standing, or any other factor to interfere with my duty to my patient. I shall respect the autonomy of my patients by gaining their informed consent for investigations. I shall not divulge any confidential information entrusted upon me in my professional capacity. I shall respect the scientific gains of those radiographers in whose steps I walk, and maintain and elevate the standard of my profession. I shall uphold the Radiography Code of Conduct and at all times endeavor to defend my professional independence against improper interference. I make pledge to fulfill this covenant solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. I'll now like to take this opportunity to announce our prize winners. The best student in patient care in the final year, whose prize is sponsored by AXIM, is Miss Adelie Duplessis. The final year student with the most academic progress during the 3 years of study, whose prize is sponsored by PPS, is Mr. Anesu Kazua. The student with the best professional behavior in first, second, and third year of study is Mr. Anesu Kazua. The student with the best achievement in radiographic technique in the third year of study, whose prize is sponsored by TechMed, is Miss Annemar Venter. The best student in medical physics, whose prize is sponsored by Philips Healthcare South Africa, is Miss Annemarie Venter. The best student in radiographic imaging, whose prize is sponsored by Bookmark Store, is Miss Adelie Herman. Congratulations, all of you. Prof. Shirley Mohale, Head of Department of Nursing, will now lead our graduates in their joint oath before handing out the final awards.
Today you are taking this oath as a pledge to take care of the most vulnerable people in communities. Throughout the years of your training, you were prepared to face the world of work without hesitance. As the beacons of light, I urge you to go out, live and serve humanity inclusively. As a department, we would like to wish you the best in your nursing career. Make us proud and show the world of what nurses are made of. I would now like to request you to stand as we take the oath. I solemnly pledge myself to the service of humanity and will endeavor to practice my profession with conscience and with dignity. Maintain by all means in my power the honor and the noble traditions of my profession. The total health of my patient will be my first consideration. I will hold in confidence all personal matters coming to my knowledge. I will not permit consideration of religion, nationality, race, or social standing to intervene between my duty and my patient. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life. I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. It now gives me great pleasure to announce the winners of this year's prize giving. The Charlotte Cell Floating Trophy for the student who demonstrated the most compassion during any study year goes to Tristin, Attwell, and Amanda Manzini. The Department of Nursing prize for the best achievement in general nursing science in the final year of study is Fynn. The Department of Nursing prize for the best achievement in midwifery in the final year of study is Elizabeth van der Westhuizen. And the Department of Nursing prize for the best achievement in psychiatric nursing in the final year of study is Elizabeth van der Westhuizen. The Department of Nursing prize for the best achievement in community nursing in the final year of study is Elizabeth van der Westhuizen. The Department of Nursing prize for the best achievement in nursing science practical in the final year of study is Elizabeth van der Westhuizen. The Department of Nursing Science prize for the best achievement in nursing science theory in the final year of study is Tumisan Lelaka. Henrietta Stockdale Floating Trophy to the student with the most compassionate attitude during the year is Patrick Nyawo. Well done to all of you and congratulations.
finally, let me call on Prof. Joyce Muthabeng, Head of Department of Physiotherapy, in giving the joint oath and then awarding those with exceptional achievements.
The training of physiotherapists at the University of Pretoria started as a 3-year diploma in 1950, and degree training started in 1981. I'm Professor Joyce Muthabeng. In 1989, the final year physiotherapy students started rendering a sport support service for runners who participated in the Comrades Marathon. They were later joined by final year students from other universities, and this became an annual event. The University of Pretoria students have done exceptionally well at the Comrades and have obtained first and second positions in the Comrades stepping competition in the past 3 years. The department works hand in hand with SEMLI, which is the Sports, Exercise Medicine and Lifestyle Institute at the University of Pretoria. SEMLI Sports Physiotherapy renders high-quality services to elite athletes and conducts high-impact collaborative research with undergraduate and postgraduate students. May you please join me as we take your respective declaration. Upon receiving my degree in physiotherapy at the University of Pretoria and upon my entry into the physiotherapy profession, I solemnly pledge to dedicate my life to the service of humanity, have the highest respect for human life, maintain to the best of my ability the honor and noble traditions of the physiotherapy profession, practice my profession conscientiously and with dignity, treat my colleagues with the necessary esteem, divulge no confidential information about my patients, continue to promote the status of my university and accord to my preceptors the respect due to them. The prize for an outstanding contribution to the profession of physiotherapy, sponsored by the Physiotherapy Department, goes to Wooysens Maluleka for 2020 and Metzemaleka for 2019. The prize for the runner-up research project goes to Group 7, sponsored by Van Skyke Bookshop. The members are Babalwa Feni, Petronet Joubert, Metzemaleka, Nardo Snell, Denay Nyamoringa, Haneli Ross, Sharif and Ek. They share the prize with Group 9. Members are Claire Carstens, PJ Lennon, Piladi Makura, Karabelo Rampeng, Shanae van Niekerk. The best research project presentation, sponsored by Dr. Korki, goes to Group 2. Yvonne Booysens, Kensani Chauke, Petro Kutsie, Amy Hellingham, Minette Joste, Yoli Swanibe, Shine Schulenbeck. The overall best physiotherapy research project, sponsored by BSN, which also has the first pre-grad article published in a physical therapy journal in sport, also goes to Group 2. The best clinical student in intensive care, sponsored by Van Skyke, goes to Caitlin Crow. The best final year student in neurology, sponsored by Rehab Works, goes to Amy Herlingham and Alex Michael. Best final year student in orthopedic manipulative therapy, sponsored by SP OMPTG North Gauteng Group, goes to Yvonne Rautenbach. The best final year achiever in professional development and leadership, sponsored by the Physiotherapy Department, goes to Chante Fori and Inga Talke. The prize for the best final year student in sports physiotherapy, sponsored by the Physiotherapy Department, goes to Yvonne Rautenbach and Janke Booysens. The best student in principles of physiotherapy, sponsored by SASP National, goes to Yvonne Rautenbach with an overall mark of 88% in FTP 403. The best student in clinical physiotherapy practice, sponsored by SASP National, goes to Caitlin Crow with an overall mark of 86% in FTP 404. And the best final year student in physiotherapy, sponsored by Jonelle Smith, goes to Caitlin Crow with an average of 85.4 across all 5 modules. The following students obtain the physiotherapy degree with distinction, and their gold medals are sponsored by the Physiotherapy Department. They are Karen Eggers, Jan Rebecca, Yvonne Booysens, Janke Booysens, Wilinda Buota, Pietro Coetzee, Caitlin Crow, Lorraine Dippenaar, Danita Enslin, Chante Fourie, Christo Haman, Amy Hellingham, Minette Jooste, PJ Lennon, Nyawo Machitela, Tegan McKechnie, Joanne Mulman, Narda Snell, Carmen Pinar, Karabelo Rampeng, Yvonne Rautenbach, Hannelie Roos, Shanae Schulenberg, Inge Talke, Belindi van der Merwe, Zanli van der Merwe, and Helene Marie van Seyl. Congratulations to our prize winners.
Before we close off, I would like to present the following piece on behalf of Professor Vanessa Steenkamp. Thank you, Healthcare Sciences. Congratulations on undertaking your oath today. Winston Churchill said, "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." We were faced with a difficult year, one like no other that challenged us in ways that are unprecedented. You continued. I would like to take the opportunity to thank our lecturers and family for supporting you to this point in your life. Thank you to all the people behind the scenes, the staff in student administration. Appreciation to the sponsors of the prizes. Thank you to the clinical facilities for taking in our students and for your continued assistance with their training. A word of thanks to everyone involved in making this virtual oath-taking ceremony possible. Most of all, to each student participating today. You walked the path to success with us. Dr. Mabel, the acting chair of the School of Healthcare Sciences, thank you for steering the school so effectively in this unusual year. To our Dean, Prof. Jager, thank you for your guidance and for your leading the faculty to achieving success. I leave you with a final thought from Will Durant. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. Go out, live life, and be a #life changer. Congratulations.